Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. 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 When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. Pray. Pray.
Welcome, everyone, to Dr. Pillai's Religion of Religions YouTube channel. We're about to do an in-depth planetary puja, and as M is noting in the chat, it is a new month. Today's the first day of September 2022, so we're about to begin a new month with our puja program. We'll be using the chart of now based on my current location, which is in Florida. I may do some traveling later in the month, and on those days, the chart will actually be based on a different location. So we'll keep you posted about all of that. So my name is Swamini Valli. I am a Pillai Center teacher and an AstroVed astrologer. Very happy to be hosting these pujas Monday through Friday on this particular YouTube channel. I did just post a video on the Pillai Center practice channel that has a bit of an overview of September astrological highlights and festivals, if you later want to check that out as well. Dr. Pillai has explained that the planets and stars are more than just objects in outer space. They are also having a divine light being associated with all of them. And when we're doing the puja, we're connecting with all of those light beings and making ourselves receptive for their positive blessings to come flowing into our lives and into our world. I'm using the South Indian style chart for doing the puja. I have this chart drawn in chalk on my chalkboard on a side table, and I'll be offering flower petals on top of planets as we're going along doing the puja. If you're unfamiliar with this style of chart, there is a link for a tutorial video below this video, and you're welcome to watch that later to get introduced to this style of layout for the chart. On the side table, in addition to the blackboard with the chart, I also have a lit tea light. I have a bell. I have a little container of water. I have a hand fan. And I also have a bowl of fresh flower petals. I'll be using the flower petals as offerings during the puja, and flowers have a beautiful esoteric quality where if we're holding a flower or a flower petal while we're saying a prayer or a mantra, the flower has such purity, it's able to take those sounds or those prayers right into the causal plane or the akash. And those instantly update into our own Akashic record. So we're very grateful to the flowers that provided the flower petals that we're using today. I'm going to start with taking the ring finger of my right hand, dipping it into the little container of water, and sprinkling a few drops of water on all four sides of the blackboard, purifying the space for the puja, sprinkling a few drops of water on my own head, symbolically purifying myself, and shooting a few drops of water out into space towards all of you. So whether you're watching live or watching the replay later, we're all participating in the puja from a place of sacred ground, purified space. Next, we're going to invoke Ganesha, the archetype who removes obstacles and also an archetype who's very important in Vedic astrology. So we invoke him with the sounds Om Sring Gung, Sring Gung. Om Sring Gung, Om Sring Gung, Om Sring Gung. We ask Ganesha to come and to remove all obstacles from this puja and to remove all obstacles from our day or our evening. And we thank him for his help with this. Next, we do a short Tamil chant asking all of the planets to be beneficial towards us. Ahasura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Avar Kumikave, Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Avar Kumikave, Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Avar Kumikave. We ask all of the 9 planets, and actually the outer planets as well, to be beneficial today towards us and towards our entire world. We thank St. Gnanasamunda for teaching this chant, and we are grateful to Dr. Pillai for sharing it with us. Now, we're going to honor the time elements that are active right now in my local area. We start with honoring the planet that rules the day. Today is Thursday, which is ruled by Jupiter. We honor Jupiter, and as we do his mantra, I'll place flower petals on him. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Next, we invoke the star that the moon is in at the moment. The moon at the moment is in a star called Swati, which is symbolized as young shoots of plants blowing in the wind. It has a bit of a restless energy. We honor this star, and I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Next, we invoke the Tithi, or the moon phase, that's active at the moment. In my area, we are in the 6th waxing moon, which is called Shasti in Sanskrit. Dr. Pillai said for this puja, we would use the Sanskrit name of the moon phase, followed by the word Devi, invoking the light being associated with the moon phase. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Shasti Devye Namaha. Om Shasti Devye Namaha. Om Shasti Devye Namaha. Next, we invoke the planet that rules the hour. In my area, the hour is being ruled by Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Now we're going to invoke the yoga and the karana time elements. Dr. Pillai said for these elements, we would not do flower petals. We would just say their names 3 times each. The yoga that's active right now is one called Brahma, which has energies that are trustworthy. Brahma, Brahma, Brahma. And the karana that's active right now is one called Kalava, which has energies that are social. Kalava, Kalava, Kalava. Now we turn our attention to the chart of the moment. Dr. Pillai said we would always start with the sign that is coming up on the eastern horizon, or the ascendant sign. In this chart, that's symbolized with these letters AC for ascendant. And right now, the ascendant in this local area is in the sign of Virgo. he said we would start with honoring the planet that rules the ascendant sign, and Virgo is ruled by Mercury. So we honor Mercury, and I put the flower petals on him. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Now, starting at the ascendant, we're going to go around the chart in a clockwise direction. If there's a planet in the ascendant, we'll start with honoring that planet, the star he's in, the archetype that rules that star, and also the planet that rules that star. Today in Virgo, we see Mercury. Mercury happens to rule this sign, and he's also considered to be exalted here. So he's in a wonderful placement today. We start with honoring Mercury for being in Virgo, and I put the flower petals on him. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Mercury is in a star called Hasta, a star symbolized as an open hand in blessings. We ask for blessings from this star, and I put the flower petals on Mercury. Om Hastaye Namaha. Om Hastaye Namaha. Om Hastaye Namaha. Hasta star is ruled by Savitur, one of the forms of the sun, and in this form, it's an energy of truth. And so we honor Savitur, and I put the flower petals on Mercury. Om Saviturye Namaha. Om Saviturye Namaha. Om Saviturye Namaha. Hasta star is ruled by the moon. We honor the moon, and I put the flower petals on him. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Kanya or Virgo, a sign that's very detail-oriented and that helps us to be analytical and to have pattern recognition and helps us to organize all the details in our daily life. We pause for a moment and reflect on this sign containing Mercury, planet of communication, and also the planet that helps us to have a sense of humor. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi sign with the planet in it, going in a clockwise direction, is Tula or Libra, which today contains the moon and also Ketu. We start with honoring the moon. I put the flower petals on him. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. The moon is in the star of Swati. We honor this star, and I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Swati star is ruled by Vayu, an archetype who rules the element of the air and the wind. We honor Vayu, and I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Swati star is ruled by Rahu. We honor Rahu, and I put the flower petals on him. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Swati star, we've completed Swati star. Next, we honor Ketu for being in Libra. We honor Ketu, and I put the flower petals on him. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Ketu is in the star of Vishaka, a star that's symbolized as kind of a gateway that is overridden with leaves, kind of a gate archway of triumph. He gives energies of triumph and success. We ask for blessings from this star, and I put the flower petals on Ketu. Om Vishakaye Namaha. Om Vishakaye Namaha. Om Vishakaye Namaha. Vishaka star is ruled by a pair of archetypes, Indra and Agni. Indra can give blessings of leadership and courage, and Agni can give blessings of transformation and purification. We honor both of them, and I put the flower petals on Ketu. Om Indra Agnihe Namaha. Om Indra Agnihe Namaha. Om Indra Agnihe Namaha. Vishaka star is ruled by Jupiter. We honor Jupiter, and I put the flower petals on him. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Libra, which is Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Tula or Libra, a sign that has energies of balance and fairness, today containing the moon, which is our mind and our emotions, and Ketu, a planet sometimes called the saintly planet. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign that has a planet in it is Makara or Capricorn, which today contains Pluto retrograde and Saturn retrograde. When planets are retrograde, they are extra powerful. Right now, all three of the outer planets, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, are retrograde, as well as two of the large planets in our system, Saturn and Jupiter. So 5 planets are retrograde right now. So you could say, in a way, the surf's up. So please use that in a positive way in your life. We start with honoring Pluto, and for him, we use the mantra Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. I put the flower petals on Pluto. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Pluto right now is in a star called Uttarashada, a star that can give blessings for success, especially blessings for long-lasting success. We honor this star, and I put the flower petals on Pluto. Om Uttarashadaye Namaha. Om Uttarashadaye Namaha. Om Uttarashadaye Namaha. Uttarashada star is ruled by the 10 Visvadevas, archetypes who each embody a unique, divine, universal principle. We ask for blessings from all 10 of them, and I put the flower petals on Pluto. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Uttarashada star is ruled by the sun. We honor the sun, and I put the flower petals on him. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Next, we honor Saturn for being in Capricorn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Saturn right now is in a star called Dhanishta, a star symbolized as a drum. It can give blessings for wealth, music, and good reputation. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Dhanishta's star is ruled by the 8 Vasus, archetypes who are light beings who each rule a different sphere of existence. We honor all 8 of them, and I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasusye Namaha. Dhanishta's star is ruled by Mars. We honor Mars, and I put the flower petals on him. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Next, we honor the planet that rules Capricorn, which is Saturn. Again, we invoke Saturn, and I put more flower petals on him. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Makara or Capricorn, a sign that can activate ancient past life skills and abilities, today containing Pluto, a planet that helps with rationality and science, and Saturn, a planet that helps with patience, discipline, compassion, and structure. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign that has a planet in it is Meena or Pisces, which today contains Neptune retrograde and also Jupiter retrograde. We begin by honoring Neptune, and for him we use the mantra Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. I put the flower petals on Neptune. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Neptune is in a star called Purva Bhadrapada, a star with the fire of Kundalini energy and a star that helps with purification. We honor this star, and I put the flower petals on Neptune. Om Purva Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purva Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purva Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Purva Bhadrapada's star is ruled by an archetype called Aja Ekapada, who can give blessings for deeper levels of silence and forgiveness. We honor him, and I put the flower petals on Neptune. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Purva Bhadrapada's star is ruled by Jupiter. We honor Jupiter, and I put the flower petals on him. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Next, we honor Jupiter for being in Pisces. Again, we invoke him, and I put more flower petals on him. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Jupiter is in a star called Uttara Bhadrapada. This is a star that can give blessings for business development. And Jupiter is a planet that can give energies of increase. He's a giant gas giant planet. So to be in a star that helps with business development means we have his blessings in that particular topic right now. We honor the star, and I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Uttarabhajapadaye Namaha. Om Uttarabhajapadaye Namaha. Om Uttarabhajapadaye Namaha. Uttarabhajapada star is ruled by an archetype called Arbundya, who can help guard precious valuables, our treasures. We honor him, and I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Arbundyaye Namaha. Om Arbundyaye Namaha. Om Arbundyaye Namaha. Uttarabhajapada star is ruled by Saturn. We honor Saturn, and I put the flower petals on him. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Next, we honor the planet that rules Pisces, which is Jupiter. Again, we invoke Jupiter, and I put more flower petals on him. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Meena, or Pisces, the most metaphysical and transcendental of all the zodiac signs, today containing Neptune, a planet that helps with intuition and helps us with understanding our own inner life, and Jupiter, a planet that helps with everything related to spiritual teachings, and also a planet that can help with wealth and legal matters and everything related to banking. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Misha or Aries, which today contains Rahu and also Uranus retrograde. Both Rahu and Uranus are in the same star, so I'm going to invoke both of those planets before I invoke the star. We start with Rahu, and I put the flower petals on him. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Next, we honor Uranus, and for him, we use the mantra Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. I put the flower petals on Uranus. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Rahu and Uranus are both in a star called Bharani, a star with a tremendous amount of divine feminine energy or Shakti or power. We honor this star, and I put the flower petals across both Rahu and Uranus. Om Bharaniye Namaha. Om Bharaniye Namaha. Om Bharaniye Namaha. Bharani's star is ruled by Yama, an archetype of justice. We honor him, and again I put flower petals across Rahu and Uranus. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Bharani's star is ruled by Venus. We put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Misha or Aries is ruled by Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Misha or Aries, a fire sign with very active energies, today containing Rahu, a planet that helps us to think outside the box, and Uranus, a planet of innovation, high intelligence, and also a planet that helps with astrology. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi sign with a planet in it is Vrishabha or Taurus, which today contains Mars. We honor Mars, and I put the flower petals on him. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Mars is in a star called Rohini. Rohini is considered the star of beauty. We honor this star, and I put the flower petals on top of Mars. Om Rohinihe Namaha. Om Rohinihe Namaha. Om Rohinihe Namaha. Rohini star is ruled by Brahma, an archetype of creativity. We honor Brahma, and I put the flower petals on top of Mars. Om Brahmaye Namaha. Om Brahmaye Namaha. Om Brahmaye Namaha. Rohini star is ruled by the moon. We honor the moon, and I put the flower petals on him. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Taurus, which is Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Vrishabha or Taurus, a grounded, earthy, luxury-loving sign, today containing Mars, a planet of passion, and a planet that wants us to be victorious, to be a winner. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi sign with the planet in it is Simha or Leo, which today contains Venus and the Sun. The Sun rules Leo. He's very comfortable to be sitting in this sign. We start with honoring Venus, and I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Venus is in the star of Magha, a star of royalty consciousness, a star that helps with high self-esteem. We ask for blessings from this star, and I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Maghaye Namaha. Om Maghaye Namaha. Om Maghaye Namaha. Magha star is ruled by the Petris. These are the ancestors who have moved on into planes of light, the ones who are able to send us blessings. We honor them, and I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Petrisye Namaha. Om Petrisye Namaha. Om Petrisye Namaha. Magha star is ruled by Ketu. We honor Ketu, and I put the flower petals on him. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Next, we honor the sun for being in Leo. I put the flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. The sun is in the star called Purva Palguni. This is one of the stars with relationship energies, and it's also a star associated with rest and relaxation. We honor this star, and I put the flower petals on the sun. Om Purva Palgunaye Namaha. Om Purva Palgunaye Namaha. Om Purva Palgunaye Namaha. Purva Palguni star is ruled by Bhagya, an archetype who can give good fortune. We honor him, and I put the flower petals on the sun. Om Bhagyaye Namaha. Om Bhagyaye Namaha. Om Bhagyaye Namaha. Purva Palguni star is ruled by Venus. We honor Venus, and I put the flower petals on him. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Now we honor the sun for being the planet that rules Leo. We put the flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Simha or Leo, a sign of power and leadership energies, today containing Venus, planet of diplomacy, planet of happiness, and also a planet of passion, as well as the planet of the arts and the enjoyment of material plane comforts. And the sun, which is our soul and a planet important for our health, and also the planet that helps with our self-esteem and our self-confidence. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. Now I take a lit tea light and hold it over the blackboard that has the chart drawn on it, as well as all the little piles of flower petals. And I pass that around the chart 3 times above the chart in a clockwise direction, offering all the divine elements all the divine beings that we just invoked, the element of light. Now I take a hand fan. Some of you could use a lit incense stick, and I have a housemate right now sensitive to scent. I'm waving the little fan above the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction, offering the element of air and a cooling breeze. And now I take a bell to offer the element of sound and ring that around the chart 3 times. Now I make prayer hands and offer sincere prayers to all of the divine beings that we have just invoked, asking them to send their positive blessings into our lives and the lives of our families and our friends, our colleagues and our neighbors. I ask them to bless our homes, our workplaces, our schools, our communities, our countries, and indeed the entire planet. May everyone on this planet have healthy food to eat, clean water to drink, clean air to breathe, a safe place to live, good clothes to wear, access to health care, good education, sustainable jobs, and may everyone on the planet have love in their life, now and always. I pray for enlightened leaders, enlightened citizens, enlightened laws, enlightened countries, and entire enlightened civilizations. I ask for blessings for all of my teachers, past, present, and to come. And I ask for blessings for all of my students, past, present, and to come. And I make a bow. You can continue to make your personal prayers for a minute in silence, and then I can do some short Q&A. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul, peace to the environment. Peace, peace, peace. May we all go about our day or our evening in peace. Now, I'd like to thank you for your participation and support. I can take a few questions in the chat if you want to post them there. Someone is asking me more about the star Betelgeuse, and I'm not sure off the top of my head what Betelgeuse maps to in the Vedic system. So I'd have to look that up before I could respond to that question, Van. Perhaps I can try to address that tomorrow, but I'm not sure I know there's a star with the astronomy name Betelgeuse. I'm not sure just what it maps to in the Vedic system. And I know the energies of the star by their Vedic names. So I'd have to address that on another day. Ranak is saying, please throw some more light on offering light, sound, and air that we offer at the end of the puja. A puja sometimes is offering different elemental items. Ranak, sometimes they're offering in a larger puja, they offer light, they offer the incense, they offer the bell, sometimes they might offer food. We're just offering, kind of like offering different elements. It's like these are our guests and we're just offering them a little bit more. It's kind of a hospitality type of gesture in a way, and it's also representing some of the elements that we have here on Earth. I mean, the flower element is kind of representing the earth element already. And so that's a little bit of how it is. It's just kind of being, to me, I think of it as being very hospitable to them. And all of these elements have different qualities associated with them as well, but that be more than I can go into at the moment. I mean, you can just do something as simple as offer light, to a statue or a picture or to a divine being. This is a more formal puja. So we have these more elements that we're invoking. Sitaram is saying, thank you for invoking all the stars, the nakshatras. We're invoking the stars that the planets are in. This is a puja that was taught to me by Dr. Pillai. He taught this to me and Raja Malloy, Mina's brother, several years ago. So we're following the format that he gave us for doing this. Van is saying these are kind of like fuel, I guess, that we're offering to them. Nina is saying, can you restate the planets that are retrograde at this moment? Yes, 5 of them. Uranus went retrograde just a while back. So it's the 3 outer planets, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, and then also 2 large planets in our system, Jupiter and Saturn. So 5 planets are retrograde right now. Mother Mary spoke about bright light, a prophecy in Gandalban, Spain. I'll have to look that up on the internet then. Thank you for sharing that. Van is saying that Betelgeuse apparently is going to be out of internal fuel and it's going to implode with a very bright light. Okay, I'll have to look all that up. Thanks for giving me that tip, Van. I'll check out on all that and see what else I can say about it. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, so next week, Monday through Thursday, I'll be doing Planetary Pooja. I'll be based in Florida. Friday of next week, September 9th, I'll be traveling. And we'll put up a card on that day saying that there won't be a puja that day because I'm traveling. And then for a while, I'll be in New Mexico. And while I'm in New Mexico, we're going to have the chart be for the location that I'm in Mexico. So just to be aware of, there'll be a little bit of a change in things just because I'll be based in a slightly different location for a few weeks. So that'll be coming up. All right. So I will see you tomorrow for sure. Monday through Thursday next week. I will be traveling on September the 9th. So there won't be any planetary puja that day. And then I'll be using the chart based off of my location for a few weeks in New Mexico. Thank you all for being here. I very much appreciate your group participation, whether you post in the chat or not. Your presence is very appreciated. I appreciate that we have people in different states, different countries, different continents joining in a group prayer. There's definitely a beautiful consciousness and a power in a group unity in prayer together like that. All right. So namaste, everyone. And I will see you again tomorrow. The light in me honors the light in you. May light encompass all.